Welcome to rpgamepire. I'm David.
I'm Julie.
So now we're going to do an unboxing of something that we ordered from Kickstarter over 2 years ago. Now we're happy we got it, but I want to provide a little bit of context before I look at the workmanship, because it's made out of wood. Now I'm not an expert necessarily on making things out of wood.
I'm not either.
However, when it comes to purchasing things made out of wood, I'm very sensitive to workmanship, and I'll explain why in just a minute here.
This is true.
So what you see here are drumsticks, my son's bass, I'm a drummer, and my son's guitar.
It's two different sons, by the way.
Yeah, so this is, if you didn't know, we have another channel. I've been tracking my son's...
Excuse me, our sons.
Yes, our son's music performance for the last 10 years. So we have another channel that shows when they've been playing music since they were 10 and 12.
Yeah.
And so, Eddie, the guitarist, got his training at Roberto Vin for luthier. Now, he's not an expert luthier, but he did get a certificate in it, so he knows how to...
change the strings, fix things like that.
Well, he knew how to change the strings.
Oh, that's true, he did.
But when he buys a guitar, he looks for certain things, and over time, I've learned that, because I used to be a bass player as well. So if you take a look at these instruments here, this is a Mark King Status. It's ordered out of London. And so when we get something like this that you order special, you look for any imperfections. And my son's had it for almost 2 years now, and it's well taken care of.
Yes.
And so that's this bass.
That's David Jr.'s.
And then here's a Majesty from John Petrucci guitar that my son got. It's a 7-string.
And that's Eddie's.
With a through neck. Okay? So you look, and it has steel, stainless steel frets, which are really hard to work with. But the point is, oh, and then drumsticks. When you're a drummer, you got to make sure when you buy them, are the sticks balanced? Do they roll properly? Things like there's things that you check, and then when you buy drums, you check for things as well. Now, you might be going, all right, get on with it. Why are you telling us all this? Well, because when you buy things made out of wood, you look to see the workmanship. Now, keep in mind, this guitar and bass are as close as you can get before buying selective limited edition things that are signed by
the person.
Signed by somebody where you only have 100 made. That's the level above the gear here. So when we open up our component collectors, unfortunately, I'm going to be comparing it to high-end workmanship.
And see, I'm going to be looking at how pretty it is.
Right. So I just need to provide some context as to when I buy something made out of wood, I look for perfection. All right?
do.
So Julie's not sitting in her chair, so I can move this out of the way.
Now you guys see how tall I really am.
Yes.
Which isn't very tall. I'm barely over 5 feet tall, and I'm proud of it. Yay! For little people. Woo-hoo!
And again, I'm providing this perspective as well for the manufacturer, so that if I do point out something, they can tell me if it's within their expectations for workmanship. All right, so here we go. Julie, you open up yours. That's yours made out of Paduke.
Yes.
Mine is oak. I think it's, no, black. Was it black walnut?
I don't remember.
I think it was.
Oh,
so Paduke is a wood that's made, only found in Africa. Okay, so let me...
it's beautiful.
So here you go.
I love
Here's
the
the Paduke
colors.
one, and here is the black walnut. And I checked with my son.
Which one?
With Eddie, and I'm surprised they're able to make this Paduke for the cost that they did, because
Really?
Paduke is a very expensive wood, and same with black walnut.
Oh.
So I do understand that for the price that we got this at, compared to how much the wood cost and the work and the time that put into this, I don't think they made much money on this. So I am sensitive to that, being a small company, that they do need to make a profit.
Yep.
And it's taking them a long time to get through all the products. So I'm going to go through mine first, and I'll react to the workmanship as I get in and how the system works here.
Okay.
So let's go to this camera. All right, so take the strap off. See, right away I can see that this was over sanded. So let me show my camera. Right here, you see how it's compared to this one right here?
Sure.
Okay, see it right there now? Somebody's sanding that down really bad.
Oh, yeah.
So is that within their expectations? Now, if you look at the alignment of the magnets, looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why that's off, we'll have to take a look at it in a minute. So the magnets are generally okay. It looks like there was some wood filler that was put here. All right, so what's that? Oh, okay, so here is the token. You should have 2 of these.
Oh, okay.
So what that is right there, you can use this as to keep track of scores, okay?
Oh, all right.
So the only thing I noticed so far is that was sanded down pretty bad. And I wonder why. Somebody was too aggressive, or was there an imperfection on it? All right, so let's go back to this part of here. So let's put them all together. So you're supposed to be able to
Oh,
see how that
clicked,
works?
yeah.
They click.
Oh,
Now,
there's your design.
so let me zoom in a little bit more here.
Is that a dragon?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool, huh? I like that.
So that was, I think, the limited edition Kickstarter one.
Look at that. You got Saturn.
So let me zoom out again a little bit more.
Very nice, honey.
Okay, see, now see, I'm looking right here. See where it's, the holes, you can't tell yet. I'll have to show closer. And we're going to use these with the games. We're not going to review it today. All we're doing is opening them up and unboxing it.
Oh, you got a Spartan.
Yes. Because some of these were Kickstarter exclusives. Oh, there you go. You got to look at the top. So there's the
Nice.
dice tray. Oh, and here's the other one. All right, so let's take a little closer because I see some issues with the dots at the top. You see how these are a little deeper? It's like someone was overly aggressive when they drilled that in. Now, if this is within their expectations, that's fine. But if you compare it to here, I mean, I can live with that. I'm just pointing out that you can tell that somebody, the bit moved. You see the difference?
Mm-hmm. Seems a little petty, though.
Well, when you're getting things made out of wood, if you're buying a guitar, you probably wouldn't buy the guitar if you saw things like that. Now let me look at inside here. Oh, I see some things here. Someone was over aggressive on the sanding here as well. Let me feel. Oh, so the drill bit here wasn't sand. Some parts of it are not sanded down as much.
I
Right
still
here.
think it's pretty.
Oh, it's nice. But right here, if I look inside here, so I feel along the edge,
Yeah.
when they did the router, they didn't sand this down, or the router was moving too much.
Oh.
That's why you have this little, it feels like teeth, like you're going over your teeth. It's not sanded down properly. But other than, so as I look at this, other than the fact that this is a little sanded down too much on the edges here, there's some of these dots that are over aggressively like this drill bit moved, and otherwise it looks pretty good everywhere else. There's only a few inconsistencies. It seems well varnished, and mind you, a lot of this is being done by hand. I understand that it's, oh, here's another one that's overly aggressively drilled bit. See, look right here. See right here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that means the drill bit moved when they were drilling down in it, and then they just basically, they overcorrected. That's why that happens. I mean, I did take a woodshop class, but I'm not an expert in making things out of wood, but I do consider myself someone that knows how to buy things made out of wood. These seem to be okay. What was that other one that was overly sanded?
I don't know.
So you got a couple, oh, it's right here. This whole piece right here. Okay, so here's the imperfections here, overly sanded, and the teeth. So am I happy with what I got? I'm happy I got it. I think it was a good deal because I know how much the wood costs and how much time that needs to go into this. However, if I saw these imperfections at a convention, I probably would pass on buying it.
Mm.
I would try to, if they had like a 10 of them on their table, I would look through them and try to find the ones with the least amount of perfections. So I am going to post this on the Kickstarter page. If the manufacturer wants to get back to me and say that's within our, what's the word for it?
I don't know.
our expectations for manufacturing output. If they see this video and they say, yeah, that's about as good as you're going to get, I'll accept that, because again, I know they're a small company. I don't want them to expend it, and see the backs look good.
Looks very pretty.
Yeah, nice grains. You know, there's no
That's real pretty.
knots, so that's really nice. And if
Yeah.
you look at the sides here, again, we're going to be using these
Heck yeah.
in our games. And I have to look at both sides of the magnets. Again, there's that one that sticks out again. You can definitely see the difference. See, it makes you wonder, why is your wood fill there, perhaps? But, okay. So that is mine. Other than those few imperfections, the manufacturer can let me know if that's within the tolerance, that's the word for it. Is it within the tolerance of manufacturing?
Okay, can I go now?
Yes.
Because I'm not going to be as tough as David is.
Well, I'm going to look at yours too.
Well, I'm going to do
Okay.
it first.
All right, let's look at yours. You can do
Okay.
it under your camera.
I am.
Now,
Figure-
notice,
I don't know how
I
to
just
undo
noticed
it.
something. Why is there two straps? In other words, you have, that's interesting.
Because I'm special.
Yeah, it is what it is. Okay.
All right. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I love
Yeah, the Paducah is nice.
color. Oh, very nice. I want to see down here.
Okay, remember you got to
Oh, look.
line the holes correctly
Okay.
so that you can use the magnets. So as you're doing that, I'm going to make sure the polarity on the magnets are fine.
I have little people somewhere on my things too.
Well, because we
Ooh,
ordered the
look
ones.
at that. There's my tree. Very pretty. And there's my dog. You guys know I love my dog. There's my doggy. Oh, I just absolutely love this color. So pretty. I'm very, very happy.
Yeah, I'm just checking the polarity on the magnets because I've read that sometimes they can be put in a way where they don't line up well. So it looks like all my magnets are okay.
Oh gosh, you guys, I'm so happy. And I have little dogs on my
Well,
counter
the company is
things.
Dogmite Games. Huh?
Okay.
All right, so let's. So, are you happy with your?
I am extremely, extremely, extremely happy.
Okay, so let's take a look
It's
at the other camera.
beautiful. I love the color. I'm so happy I picked it.
Well, it's the Paducah. Eddie recommended it to us. This is not stained wood. This is the actual color of the wood.
I know.
All right, so let's take a look at the holes. Yeah, they're lined up pretty well. They're not overly drilled, not like what I saw on my black walnut. There's no over sanding on this.
I
the
love
edges.
it.
A little bit here, but that's minor.
I didn't even notice. I was so excited to see the dog in the tree.
Now let's take a look at this.
I'm really happy what I picked.
Okay. Oh, look at that.
They can't see, David.
Oh, yeah, right here. Yeah, I feel again. It's very rough.
Maybe that's just the way they
Well,
want it to be.
it's the saw they use. Again, it's moving for some reason when you get to that point, and they didn't sand it down. But yeah, and then on this side too. So it seems to happen on the edges here. I wonder why
maybe
the
that's
tooling.
hard.
I wonder why the tooling is doing that. You see how rigid that is.
Yeah.
So
Maybe that's
if-
how they want it to be.
I doubt it. It's the tool, and it didn't sand it down. But looks good otherwise, except for
Gorgeous.
that. Now let's look at the backs.
The back is so pretty.
Dun, 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 dun.
I love
So
the
other,
color.
I think your dice tray. That's the only issue you have. And the backs look good here.
I like the little things I picked too. The dog in the tree. I
Yeah, remember we
love.
did the Kickstarter exclusive ones.
So I
right.
got to pick what I wanted.
Let's look at the magnets if they line up. Wow, your magnets are done a lot better than mine. They line up really good. And I'm okay with the magnet alignment on mine because the magnets are large enough
Yeah.
that, you know, they're within, you know, an eighth of an inch, 16th of an inch. So here I'm looking at your magnets here. Yeah, they seem to be okay. There doesn't seem to be any issues with that. So other than the dice tray,
Careful with them. Don't hurt them. pushing
Julie, what do you think is
around.
going to happen when we're
I
playing?
know, but it's just brand new.
But see, it's the edges are fine. Other than these ridges here, everything looks really good. So again, except for the dice trays and a couple of my one of my tiles, if you're the manufacturer watching this, I'm okay with keeping it. Okay.
I love mine, Dogmite. I love it.
And but if you think it doesn't fall within what you would consider the most quality product, then you let me know. Because I am sensitive to you being a small company. I don't want it to, I know you're not making much on these based on the labor and the cost of goods and shipping it, because shipping went up. When you did the estimate shipping 2 years ago, shipping was cheaper 2 years ago. So it's probably cost some more to ship it. So again, you let me know if it falls within what you consider quality. All I know is that if I was at the convention table and if I saw some of these imperfections, I would try to find the component collector that had the least amount of imperfections.
Okay.
And if they all had imperfections, then I would buy
I
the
know
one.
you'd pass.
Huh?
You'd pass.
I don't know. I don't know if I would. But I know I got a good deal on this because they're going to have to sell these for more. There's no way they can continue to make these for the cost that they're selling them at.
Well, I love it. I love mine.
And if they do, I'd be very surprised. So again, I wonder why is your belt 2 pieces?
I don't know.
It's interesting.
I'm okay
Maybe they
with
couldn't
it.
get leather in that size and they had to do 2 pieces?
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
So, this was just a unboxing. I'm happy with what we got,
I'm super happy with mine.
and we are going to use them. Just let me know if the imperfections are within your toleration.
Okay, you've already said that. They got the point. Now let's say how gorgeous it is.
It is gorgeous.
All right then. Got
And
to
so you'll see us using this in our future games.
end on a positive note. And I think it's beautiful, Dogmite. I love my color. I love my little dog. I love my tree. I love everything.
Yeah,
So,
but now you know
thank
why
you.
I had to give that context, because I'm being...
You're
I
being
know,
over picky.
I know I'm being picky.
I'm not.
I know, and you're a different population.
Yes, I am. I'm the nice
I'm the
population.
picky population. You got to remember, when we put out board games and card games, I used to be a manufacturer. When you get your spec sheets, you had to make sure everything would line up with the drill. I mean, with the die cut.
I get it.
Remember?
I get it.
You saw us checking things over and over again, and you had to be type A about it.
And I'm not type A at all. I'm like type Z. He's type A. I'm more
Well,
easygoing.
Some
He's-
things I am, yes.
But I am definitely not picky. I think it's beautiful and I love it. And thank you so much, Dogmite, for all that you did on it.
Yeah, and we appreciate your efforts. We want you to be successful.
Absolutely.
And I don't want this to be a situation that will hurt your business. So.
No,
And that's
it's
why we're going to
awesome.
use these with our games, because we want to
Yep.
promote it. This is a great concept that you came up with,
Absolutely.
and we want to support you.
Yep.
All right, so thank you for watching. I'm David.
I'm Julie, and this is Rpgamepire.
Bye-bye.
Bye.